The Palatine Hill is the centermost of the seven hills. Its perimeter measured 63 acres and was referred to as the first nucleus of the Roman Empire. According to Livy, it is named after Pallas, the leader of the Arcadian settlers, and according to mythology is where the she-wolf found Romulus and Remus. Before royal palaces were started being built in the empire under Augustus, the Roman elite of the Republic had their houses there. The Great Fire of 64 AD disrupted Nero's royal palace, but he rebuilt the grand and infamous Domus Aurea. The original Romans lived there after the migration of the Sabines and Albines, and the hill was also where the ancient pastoral festival Lupercalia took place, as well as where a temple to Apollo was situated. In 2006, archaeologists announced the finding of the Palatine House, alleged birthplace of Rome's first emperor, Augustus. In 2007, the cave of Lupercal was discovered under the Domus Livia, and throughout the years many various objects and historic remains have been dug up. Today, the ruins of Augustus, Tiberius, and Domitian's palace can still be seen alongside other ruins and artifacts in the Palatine Museum.
Circus Maximus is located between Aventino and Palatine Hills. It was built around the 6th century BCE and was used for many things, including animal hunts, gladiator fights, a chariot racetrack, and Roman games. It was built under the rule of Lucius Tarquinius Prisus, and it was said that it was built over where the rape of the Sabine woman happened. Today, it is used for entertainment such as music events and celebrations. Circus Maximus had stone walls that surrounded the racetrack that was over 500 meters long. The track would have been covered in sand and it had gates at both ends of the stadium to release the competitors. During the reign of several emperors, they each modified or added something to the track. Julius Caesar added the majority of the seats that were in the stadium, making it able to withstand more people than ever before. However, most of the stadium was destroyed during the Great Fire of Rome. Shops and workshops surrounded the stadium, but it was thought that many small fires had started in those shops. The Roman Forum is located on low grounds between the Capitoline and Palatine Hills, and it was built around the end of the 7th century BCE. It had been used for public meetings, law courts, and gladiatorial combats in Republican times. Under the Roman Empire, it became the center of religious and secular spectacles and ceremonies. The Forum consisted of multiple buildings and temples that each held their own significance. For example, the Temple of Vesta was dedicated to the goddess Vesta, and the Senate House was where a lot of political events occurred. The Roman Forum had to be rebuilt multiple times due to various reasons, such as the military declining, government corruption, and political dispute and religion. However, it became unused after the fall of the Roman Empire and was then used as a grassland. That is where the majority of the damage seen today is from.
This is the Colosseum. It is the largest amphitheater and is in the center of Rome, just east of the Roman Forum. It was originally named the Flavian Amphitheater. It was built out of limestone and brick-faced concrete. It can hold up to 80,000 people. Millions of visitors visit every year. Did you know that the Colosseum wasn't always broken? In the 7th century AD, a massive earthquake destroyed nearly a quarter of the Colosseum. In 217 AD, the Colosseum was destroyed by a massive fire, which destroyed the upper interior. It was made out of wood and was repaired in 240, and furthermore in 250, and again in 320. The Colosseum's main purpose is to play games such as chariot races, flood the place, and have naval battles, animals fighting each other. Moreover, it was also a place where the Romans would persecute Christians. The Colosseum was built between 72 AD and 80 AD. It was constructed by tens of thousands of Jewish slaves under the rule of Emperor Vespasian.
One of the best preserved ancient Roman structures, the Pantheon. The top of the Pantheon was originally covered with bronze to stand out of the ancient Roman skyline. But Pope Urban VIII took all of the bronze off to create cannons for the Vatican in 1631. The Pantheon's dome is constructed where the dome gets gradually thinner and thinner towards the top, where eventually there's a hole in the top of the dome because of structural integrity. In the past, it was believed that when the Pantheon was filled with candles, the water coming down from the hole in the ceiling would evaporate due to the amount of candles. The famous pillars in the Pantheon are not entirely from Rome. Instead, the main section of the pillars are Egyptian granite, and the top and bottoms of the pillars are Greek marble. And each of the 16 pillars weigh about 60 tons.